What's up? Sorry, this might be a little noisy, but yeah, at the moment I'm around the class building and it's around the stairs. I'm recording this at the stair hall where at the floor under this one is really noisy, but please ignore that. Today I'm gonna talk a little bit about the card game I love, Vanguard. More specifically, a card from the card game, the Overlord. This card has been with me since the very start of the game. Rather, the very first time I played the game. The very first time I started. So the story was I bought a trial deck. It's like a pre-construct deck with a total of 50 playable cards, 50 usable cards in one deck. And this is the name of the main card. It has different art, but in each deck you can include 4 copies of the same card. If it has different art, it still counts as the same card, as long as it has the same card name. Look, the one down here is a card name. It says Draconic Overlord here. Right, so the thing about Draconic Overlord is that, yeah, well, you know when you start a game or something, sometimes you'd like to choose something that you can rely on most, or that would be the first ace card you have. This one was the one in the deck. I mean, there was a lot of choice, 3 or 4 choices of deck. First one is the white knights, the white armored knight, and then the flame dragons. This one is a flame dragon. There's also a thunder dragon and a blue dragon that time. I like red dragons and I like flames, so I started with this one. So in each card game, it has different play styles. Every card game has this kind of thing where each kind of deck has different play style. In Vanguard, they specified into clans. If you look at the details here, this one on the red bar, this one here is the flag of their nation. Meanwhile, the red bar here under the card name, it says Kagero here. It's the name of the clan, which means heat haze. You know, like the heat haze around when you're in the desert and you see those hazy heat kind of stuff when it's hot, like the glowing, illusionary hot smoke. Yeah, those are the heat haze. This is what represents in the background of this dragon. And under the red bar here, under Kagero, there is another small gray bar. Yeah, it says here. It says he's a flame dragon. His full name is Draconic Overlord, though, okay, for the card story, the actual story of the card is Overlord is his title. We don't know his real name. Okay, so let's just move on to the point. So, I'm actually here to review this card, not introducing you to Vanguard. The thing about Overlord is that in its playstyle, it allows you to attack twice. Normally in card games, most cards can only attack once in use, but this one, if you see here the text bar, it has 2 text bar. First one is increasing its additional powers, where you usually compare the numbers by an attack. The numbers are the ones specified here. And the second one here, there are two blocks here, right? The blue one and the green one. The green one is the ability of this card, which allows him to attack twice. So by the physical product itself, well, of course, as other Vanguard cards, but specifically for this one, I mean, almost all Vanguard cards had this, I think. Maybe they have a new one now, but every original Vanguard product has this kind of background here. It has a blue Vanguard circle. This blue circle here with a bunch of design is called the Vanguard circle. And it has this line called Vanguard. On this wine bar from the V, it says Cardfight there. See there. and it has this white outline from the black background. That is how you identify it's real. And now for the Overlord itself, every Vanguard card has a grade. The one here, it says number 3. That is its grade. So a grade is basically the one that represents the level of your unit. Not necessarily level or size, rather the classification, I think. I'm not sure how to put it, but in the game rule, you start from a grade 0 unit. So in Vanguard, there are 6 circles, 6 zones where you put your cards. Imagine this is the board. There are 3 at front, 3 at back. Okay. I probably need a better paper. So the front area is where your Vanguard is. That is where you start from a grade 0 card. Your first priority target is to get to grade 3. In each turn, you can increase the grade of the card by 1. Doesn't mean increasing by numbers, but it means by stacking another card that's a grade 1, then a grade 2. This one is a grade 3. Normally, the highest grade is grade 3, but some are grade 4. Oh, and grade 3s have special icons here sometimes. Right here, it says force, the one on the blue. Oh, and this one is an icon skill. Icon skill for cards usually have different categories depending. Grade 0 and 1 normally have boost. It has the ability that the icon skill that allows your other attacking cards to get higher power ups and stuff. Grade 2 has this thing called intercept where you can use cards to protect others, but it has a requirement shield here. Normal. Too bad that grade 3s don't have any. Normally they're supposed to have a bar here, silver or golden bar, which has another number like power, and it's used to protect one another. And then the force icon, this triangular upside down one, special for grade 3s. Force is basically like a buff up each time you place this card on your main circle. And then also there's the specification for power. Yeah. Then this is the power here, and this kind of circular star is the number of damage it deals. It says 1 here. So for the art, it's drawn by Daisuke Izuka, and for the card size, a standard Japanese card size, about I forgot. Is it? I did not measure this, but I think it's 8 or 9, less around 8 or 9 centimeters. Of course, it's less. For the height, for the width, weight 5, I guess, 5 or 4. That's just my count, Kitty. It's not that accurate. And Vanguard cards has this black frame down here. Normally, other card games has fully framed. Meanwhile, the full art is represented on top here. In Vanguard, the full card is an art, but then they cover it with a frame, so it's not fully an art. This frame here is. This one has a black frame. That grade 0, some grades, actually most grade 0s, well done currently, has a yellow frame, and only grade 0s. Some grade 3s recently does, but black frames are your fighting units, the one that you use in play. I'm sorry if you don't get anything, but I'll probably explain a better way to play this game in the future. I just want to say about Overlord this time. I've been with this card for like almost 2 years. Actually, a year, about a year. This will be the 2nd year. A year and a half is much precise. The thing about Vanguard that I love is that If you ever play card games, you probably know that sometimes it takes just like a turn or two to win, or sometimes you know once your opponent has a better card than you know you can't win, or either give up like that. But in Vanguard, nah, they don't have such. I mean, they do have, but it doesn't matter. So back to the review. This card, the art of the card in a pose, and I mean the color of the dragon is actually crimson, I think. The pose was good. I like the pose. Holding a sword. This one here, this white blade is his sword. If you don't recognize it, it's okay. And the background is, yeah, I think it's a desert. It looks like, yeah, it's a desert in the place where he battled. By the card story, it says to be in this planet called Cray. Well, it's fictional, so take it easy. And oh yeah, normally you'd like to put sleeves in cards like these. And next, oh yeah, corners. Here's what I like about this card. Vanguard cards has baffle, I think, kind of curvy corners like this. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, it has a really sharp end where when you touch it, it could feel like you're being stabbed. But this is really smooth. The card is smooth, texture smooth, yeah, card texture smooth, and size about a hand of standard size. Also, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is basically like an art review if you don't mind, because all the thing that stands out about Overlord is the art. Overall use, he's included in a pre-construct deck, and also you can get him easily for like out of the 5 rarities there is from stage 1 to 5, he's the 3rd rarity. Lowest rarity of his discard is the 3rd. Also, you can get 4 copies of him in trial deck, so you don't really need to rely on like buying packs and luck and stuff. This card in the show itself is one of the first cards there is in the game. Well, for the original series, this one is called the V series one. You can identify it by looking at this icon here. It's a V. It's not seen well in the camera, but it's still a V. Well, and next, that's all I think. Okay, so here's the closing one. I'm sorry if this, yeah, this is bullshit. I'm doing this just for school project, so forgive me for mistakes I've made. I know I did a lot, and I have this counts as a proper product review because I only do chit chat at most instead of reviewing the product. But someday later, next time, I'll properly introduce you guys to the game once I'm at home. Right now I'm in a boarding